Hey gardeners, so I'm out here on this very, very hot summer day in Tulsa, Oklahoma in my garden. And I had a couple people ask how it was going this year. So I'm gonna just do a quick walkthrough and kind of show you where my late summer garden is at because we are actually starting to get prepared for fall planting. So let me flip you around and we will take a quick tour. Okay, so we're starting here with my arch and look how pretty my long beans are looking on here. So they're just starting now to fill in, but they love heat. So we'll continue to get lots and lots of long beans for the rest of the summer. And as we go inside here, I have these little tiny tomatoes called spoon tomatoes. I don't know if you can see how itty bitty those are, but those are coming in. That's an exciting new variety I tried this year. They're not gonna get much bigger than that, so they'll stay itty bitty. This guy has a little bit of a disease going on, so after there's a chance of rain today, I'm gonna come out and clip him up, give him some copper fungicide, and then hopefully we can get him through the rest of the year. I think we should be fine. So going down our first row here, which is just like absolutely beautiful, we have some peppers that are starting to come in, but it's kind of hot. We have cantaloupe coming in, which is exciting. And then if we go around here, you can see our little butter baby miniature butternut squash, which are one of my favorites because we'll get a lot of those and then they last throughout the summer and into fall. We have our beautiful eggplant plants. These guys are so pretty. These are great plants for an ornamental garden because as you can see, they get big, they have purple stalks and they're lovely. Then on our other side here, you'll notice we have this big empty spot. So this was where we kind of got our squash vine borers. We had squash plants in there, trapped them in netting over these guys so that our squash we'll see here in a few minutes were avoided and remained unscathed. We have lucid gem tomatoes. I'll be posting more about these guys. Great, great variety. Really good slicing tomatoes, very pretty. And then as we turn across, we have our yellow pear tomatoes and our beefsteak, and we're getting lots of them. You'll see my tomatoes I prune up really far, so they are super skinny at the bottom. And then I prune them back so I can drape just these long branches down. So it helps keep them more balanced so they don't tip over. Beautiful beefsteaks coming in. Here, this is so crazy. So this is romaine lettuce. We are saving these seeds so you can see how big and tipped over these guys are. And we are finally ready to collect some seeds, which are gonna be right at the top right there. So these will be our big seed savers for this year, one of them. Same thing for that radicchio that's bolting, as well as some carrots that we're hoping will flower by the end of the year. This pretty guy here is a loofah plant, going all along here. It's starting to get some blossoms. And we train this guy to jump our fence and to climb up this tree. So we will have a loofah tree, which is pretty fun. Then our last bed in the first front of the garden here, you can see our beans have a fungal disease. That's fine, we let that happen. We'll be harvesting these dragon tongue beans in about a week. They'll be done and then we'll pull them. We've also got a bunch of jalapenos over here. So as we move through, oh, and I forgot to point out, our Malabar spinach is getting lovely over here too. So pretty purple branches on those vines, I should say. And then we have this crazy prolific cucumber. I'm sure there's some cucumbers right down in here. So as we move into kind of the back half of our garden, we have more long beans right here filling in. We have our incredible lemon queen sunflowers, which I'll do a separate video on. And then you can see here, we have our squash plants. We've still netted the back of them to keep vine borers at bay. So we should get more life out of our squash plants that way. And if I step over here, these are kind of fun. They're called Desi squash. They're round, very prolific. We have some leeks in here. And then these guys are Brad's Atomic Grape tomatoes. They're very pretty, very, very tasty. And finally, our okra plants. Next bed, another loofah plant here. No fruit quite yet, some carrots. And then this is our big section of banana peppers. Lots and lots of those guys growing in here. And our Swiss chard plant that's taken over half the world, which is finally going to seed. So we will be plucking the seeds off of the ends of these little branches here. Have lots and lots of chard seeds. Next to it, we have some onions I got in the ground super late, so they're a little tiny, but they're about ready to harvest. One of our bell pepper plants. So 4 California Wonders. a random parsley volunteer that's doing well, so I'm leaving him to use, and then hopefully swallowtails to enjoy. And then our artichokes. Last 2 beds on this side. We have another Dark Galaxy tomato, this beautiful, beautiful fruit coming in. And some of our other heirlooms over here as well. Another Lucid Gem, and these are Jubilee over on this side. And the last bed, we have kale that's still beautiful, coming in very nicely. And the last of our beets that we'll pull up, they're ready. One more eggplant that we had on hand, and then this space is about to be ready for fall planting as well in the next weeks. And back here, we have our whole row of sweet potatoes, some corn, and Romas coming up.